Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to the
Hi.
channel. She forgot we're going live. She just thought it's time for conversations. So hopefully you guys out there are staying safe, staying warm, and staying aware of what's maybe coming your way if you're on the East Coast, and if you're in the South or in Texas, you guys already know what's going on here. And for those of you who don't know what's going on, we've been even kind of monitoring this stuff. Like here's a channel for you. Ryan Hall, y'all. I don't know why the y'all's
Ryan
there,
Hall,
but
y'all.
Ryan
He's the
Hall.
best weatherman that I've ever got to watch. I mean, even when John was in Port Lucie, Florida?
Port St. Lucie. Yeah.
Port St. Lucie, Florida. There was a big hurricane that came through, and our daughter, who's in North Carolina, I was so petrified because we'd have no way to get to her. But this is the channel that I watched.
Well, now here's the thing, guys. You see this red band here? This is like the major ice storm that's coming through. So that's going to be going through Dallas today and tomorrow. And it's going to be making its way through. It's going to kind of go like northeast. I'm not a weatherman, so bear with me. Through Tennessee. And then by Sunday, all this madness is going to be like in the Washington, New York, Boston area. And you guys are going to be nailed with like a lot of rain and stuff. But this is all like the Midwest, from like New Mexico all the way like northeast through all this area here is going to be hit hard with these storms. And they say some people say, like, I think he was one of the ones saying that it's going to be like one of the worst storms that we've seen in many years. And for that, I think many people have decided that they're going to shut down their store for the weekend. Some people are going into vacation mode. Some people are, just going to maybe push. The way I do it is I push my handling time. I know it hurts your performance in the algorithm a little bit, but to me, I'd be pushing this thing like past like Tuesday. Like Tuesday is the day. I'm even taking because Monday it's kind of spilling over a little bit if you're in the Northeast. And if you're in the South, probably Monday's fine. But, be mindful of this and kind of figure it out. Now, being that we're here Friday, you probably already thought ahead. Hopefully you thought ahead. I mean, eBay doesn't expect us to ship over the weekend. So, I mean, Monday is already in play, even if you do same day. So you don't have to worry. Monday, you can ship out. If you're used to shipping out Saturday, eBay's not going to require you to do that. Now, like I said, I'm not a weatherman, but I thought this is important to kind of talk about because there's some things that this does involve. Now, USPS has come out. Now, this is thanks to Ina Steiner. She put out something here yesterday. USPS warns of disruptions due to weekend storm. USPS said it's suspending its service guarantee for all Priority Mail Express shipments. Now, I don't think too many of you guys ship Priority Mail Express. Maybe you do. Just know that. You can't ship live birds, insects, etc. nationwide, regardless of air or ground transportation. They say the storm is expected to bring extreme Arctic vortex type temperatures that will put the lives at risk. Surface transportation will be impacted due to snow and ice. Some places like 1 or 2 inches of ice and 1 or maybe 1+ feet of snow from Texas to the Northeast. Therefore, a transport contract will be closed for lives. I guess that is for live insects and animals, that type of thing. But now, here's the advisory that the USPS is saying. We are closely monitoring winter storms moving across the United States and have contingency plans in place to keep our teams and members safe to help lessen and impact any service. No real notes that they're, USPS, they deliver rain, snow, doesn't matter. They're going to deliver. FedEx also should be also running, and UPS as well. I'm not going to go into this whole article there. There seems to be a little bit of confusion though, because you have people on the boards. I don't know if you guys look at the eBay seller forum boards, but there's people that are saying, hey, there's not putting this one I guess the storm is named Fern, Fern, and someone says, I'm a bit surprised that there has not been an announcement posted yet on the extended seller protections for Winter Storm Fern. And someone gave a link, and the link is like, look at the date here. It's like the mid to late December. I mean, they had no idea that Fern was coming a month later. So, um, this is what I was hoping to see from eBay. We're actively monitoring weather conditions, blah blah blah. If your business is impacted, eBay will automatically protect your seller performance, including late shipment rate, valid tracking upload time, item not received cases, and defects resulting from transactions that you cancel. Right? Um, but they didn't do that, and that's concerning to me. I don't. It's just they need to be someone from their media team or whatever team it is really needs to be in touch with this because see, if you're in the South, in the East, Northeast, Midwest, you're going to be directly impacted as sellers and not being able, maybe in some cases not be able to get to the post office, not be able to do the things that you want to do or haven't been able to. But for those of us on the West Coast here, we may not seem to be impacted by it, but our packages are.
Mm-hmm.
The items we shipped all week are stuck in this mess. And I call on eBay because they say they watch these programs. So I call on eBay to get out in front of it right now, put sellers' minds at ease, tell us what you plan on doing for this. But I would hope and suggest that maybe you would put a hold on any late shipment metrics, even if the seller, because the way late shipment works is you get a ding on late shipment if you do both, not one or the other, both. Late beyond your handling time, so that's your fault as a seller. But we're relying on, hopefully, if we get it out late, that hey, it'll make up some time, it'll get there within the window that eBay gives the buyer that it's going to arrive, and then we're safe. But if you get that package out late, if you got it out late earlier this week, it could get stuck in that stuff. So you're probably not going to be saved by an on-time delivery. And I call on eBay, even in those cases, maybe for the next week or so, make it like a 10-day window from this date to this date, maybe from this last Monday to like the next Monday or whatever it is, to put a hold on, any negative transactions being accounted against your seller metrics because it doesn't take a lot. It doesn't take a lot, and you can lose your top seller status if you have too many lates. Now, of course, as sellers, we can do our part, by getting them out within our handling time, and that's one of the things I wanted to tell you. Nothing wrong if you have a 3-day handling because your situation just doesn't warrant, same day or 1-day handling. We all gotta work around our situation, especially those of you who have, full-time job or just other things in your life going on that prevent you from really focusing on the business every day. Yes, you lose a little bit of traction in the algorithm, but you definitely lose a lot more traction in the algorithm if you can't live up to the promises that you're making your customer by saying we can get this out today or we can get this out tomorrow. So these are things that you can do. But eBay, if you're watching, you know what? We need to know what you're doing. Please post something for the sellers. And we also would hope that you're going to do what you can because this is not your everyday storm. It's going to be affecting a lot of people in a lot of bad ways. In fact, some people are going to be without power. I hope that's not going to happen, but they're saying that this is going to put a huge strain on the grid. And where our prayers are out to you guys, and hopefully that's not the case. Where you guys are going to be okay. Another reminder. Here's a good tip that Workaholic put out on the boards. Just wanted to remind everyone who's putting their store in vacation mode during the storm, do not send out offers, okay? Because what happens is if you're in vacation mode, so look, I'm going to give it a full solid week. I'm not going to do any eBay, and you put offers, you're now going to have to ship it out within your handling time. Could be same day, could be next day, could be 3-day, whatever it is. And your vacation mode is not going to be considered by eBay. So make sure turn off. Don't necessarily turn off your offers. Just decline them due to whether we're not available to ship right now or whatever. And I know sometimes it's very tempting to want to get that deal or get that sale, unless you're able to get that item scanned within the handling time that you have on your store normally. Maybe make an exception for it. Make sure you're going to be able to get that scanned and get to the post office and get it done. So that's what we have. Let's see who we have. And we have a couple other all kinds of things to talk about, I guess. Just got a interesting piece of mail that you guys can help me figure out because I am totally surprised by it. Shout out to the GOAT Pete, Craigslist Hunter. We'll be talking about that here in just a minute. But let's see who we have with us right now. We've got In It to Flip It, but here's the thing. I think In It to Flip It's not first. I think Keith was first, and when I went to go get the chat on this, it only showed well, it only shows In It to Flip It is first, but he can't be first.
Maybe he put it out last night.
Maybe
when you put the notification.
Yeah, unfortunately, like a lot of the early birds that get here before we start the live and they comment, it just cuts it off sometimes. Snoopy Collector is with us.
Hello, hello.
And I did say hi to Andy Reno and In It to Flip It. Mike Mecco says, hi, John and Jenna and FAA family. I hope everyone had a strong week of sales. Have a great weekend. We're expecting some snow here in New York on Sunday. That you are, my friend. Stay bundled up and stay safe. Duncan says, last I hit the like and received nothing but crickets and cicada babies. It must be the weekend already. You are in good shape because you're in Australia and it's summertime. And well, maybe it's getting near the end of summertime for you in Australia, but it's still a lot warmer than most of us have it out here. Duncan says, haven't seen you too much on Discord last week. We kind of reply when I see somebody post a message.
Did I miss something?
It'll pop up. We try to do as much as we can. We've expanded our operations a little bit to Facebook, a little bit more on Instagram, some TikTok action. So it's just one of those things where we're spread out kind of thin a little bit. Duncan says, are extra items specifics worth doing? I asked AI and it came with a whole bunch of reasons suggesting extra item specific helps buyers find your items. Yes. In fact, there's a video that I forgot what her name was. She put out a video like a couple years ago, even suggesting that creating your own item specifics. Let's say there's something that you think is important, a feature that's important about your item, but the item specifics and the category you're in doesn't quite speak to it. The idea was to create your own item specifics. Now, I'm not necessarily saying to go that far, but think of item specifics between the title and item specifics is where the important keyword information is located about your item. And item specifics help your buyer filter out all the results that they get to help maybe find their item, fine tune the search so they can better find exactly what they're looking for. And the more item specifics that you have that are incomplete or missing are opportunities that aren't going to be there for you because your item's not going to make it through that filter. So that's why you have a lot of folks who are utilizing AI tools right now that are filling in those item specifics completely, and they're getting better results as for doing that. And so I would say in your case, yes, for sure. Let's see. Coppercat says, hello everyone. I'm listening while preparing for the ice snowstorm in Arkansas. Put my store on vacation for a week so I don't have to worry about shipping. Stay safe, everyone.
Yeah. Stay safe and stay warm. Make sure you got, all those little tips that when we, have some kind of a major storm or whatever, make sure you guys are trying to look for tips and tricks that will help you be more prepared. I had to send a message over to Tyler's girlfriend because she had no idea what was happening. So I just want to make sure that she's okay because Tyler is currently, I'll just say deployed. So he's not at home. So.
Duncan says, glad it never snows in Sydney. Tomorrow will be 105 degrees again.
Oh, jeez.
Wow. Yeah, that's a cool summer day.
That's a cool Vegas day.
Brenda Smith says, hello everyone. Headed to the post office in the morning with my sales from today, hoping to avoid the time down for the storm.
Yeah.
We got Tommy Z says, John and Jenna, here is to the most excellent YouTube reselling couple, bringing everyone the truth. Thanks for yet another live. Well, thank you, Tommy. We appreciate you.
Yes, I'm glad we're noted for truth because I'd hate to be known for being a liar
Or a gaslighter.
or a gaslighter.
Keith says, well, them 14 hours went pretty fast.
Yeah. Oh, because he put the
I put it up last night.
notification for the live last night.
You know, it's on our mind. The storm is on our mind, and when I got home from bowling last night, it's like, okay, what did eBay? I was certain. What has eBay done? What are they doing? I wanted to be able to come on here and say, guys, you're covered, but it looks like all of us, even those who aren't dealing with the storm, have to be concerned. If we didn't turn in our packages within our stated handling time, we have to worry that something might happen. Now, in addition to that, I heard Josh today on his live.
Todd.
He was talking about.
Okay.
He was talking about on his live today how some folks are turning in packages. Like we had one where an item was, we ran the label, it was picked up like normal. Buyer hits me up 2 days later and says, "Hey, I see you ran the label. Are you going to mail this or not?" And I'm like, "Yeah, this went out 2 days ago." And what's happening is nothing's being reported on the scans until the item actually arrives, and then everything that was scanned on that package up to that point is being reported. So if you have somebody that's saying, "Hey, looks like you ran the label and didn't ship it," it makes us look bad, because the people that sell on eBay know that there's sellers out there who do this, who will print a label to make it look like they shipped it, but don't put it in the mail for a couple days, right? And of course, that hurts you in this situation with the weather, because it doesn't matter when you print the label, it's all about the acceptance scan. So I just want you guys to know that as well. Andre Squall says, "Howdy, John, Jen, and FA chat.
Hello,
nice to see you." Christopher Nutter says, "On the road, won't make the show. Been on the road 7 hours."
All right, be careful.
Yeah.
Drive very safe.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
like some of the most deadly things that you can come across are ice storms. So make sure that you're not dealing with that. Keith says, "Hey, John, just in case you lost top of chat, I was first around 14 hours ago. Did say hi to everyone, John and Jenno. Wow, you put it out early this time."
Mm-hmm.
I do. The earlier I could do
Sometimes
it.
he's on his game, guys. Sometimes he steps it up a notch and he goes, above and beyond for you.
Well, the thing is though, it's one less task that I have to worry about
Today.
In the day, so I can stay focused with all the other things. The last thing I want to do is like, okay, I'm going to put the live stream notification out. We've got an hour before the show, and I have no idea what we're going to talk about. So I'm sitting here like trying to figure that out. It just takes time away from my work. So, let's see. Callie Deb says, "Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. I hope everyone is having good sales."
Yes, we hope you are too.
Ours are okay. I mean, I can't complain. We are getting closer to the 300 item plateau for our main store. And that's just kind of a mini goal. The next one's 400. We're just going to keep building this thing. And of course, the impressions are going to increase as a result of that. And if we do our job with the listings, then the sales will be there as well. So I'm not too worried about it. And this is the time of year pretty soon, I think, where people are going to start getting their tax stuff, in the mail or done online or whatever, get their returns done. And hopefully we get some more money rolling in for these buyers. So that'll be good for most of us. Let's see. We got Joe Samard. "Hi, John, Jen, and FA group. I got my Treecat tee and hat today. Awesome."
Yay!
So for any of you guys who are in the Discord, even if you're not, come and check out the Discord. There's a lot of, different subcategories where you can go in and post your thoughts and stuff. But maybe under everything else, if you guys want to go check out the Discord, maybe post a photo of yourself wearing your Treecat hat and shirt. We're going to do a giveaway at the end of the show here as well, so make sure you stick around if you want to get one of your own. Roadrunner Rerun says, "Checking in. I've also put my store on time away." At the Albuquerque. Is see, that's the Amtrak code. I know it's Albuquerque, but I'm like, do they really know the code? No, because I'm like, what else could it be? But Albuquerque is expecting snow along with a big swath of the country. Stay safe out there. Post office runs on black ice.
No thanks.
No thank you.
Yeah, no thanks.
I would rather have
my biggest fear.
Yeah. Rather have 3 feet of snow than black ice.
Yeah.
Todd's with us. Nice to see you, Todd.
Yes, I was looking for Todd to make sure that he was here because
What's the blue
he's
thingy
in
by my
he's
name?
in the area of Tyler. Um,
What?
you're a mod, Joe.
Joshua Hill's with us.
You've been a mod for a while.
Joshua Hill says, "Yo, well, thank you for being a member, Joshua. We did a
yo.
members only on Wednesday. How many people got a chance to check it out? We kind of dove a little bit into titles, looking at different titles and trying to restructuring titles and getting a better idea of that. Hopefully, you guys were able to tune into that." Keith says, "Jump with that notification out yesterday." Yes. Henri Squaw says, "We're not expecting big weather, just a big game and bad traffic."
Yeah, she's up. I believe it's Washington.
Up in Seattle, they have the Seattle Seahawks play. So the football games this weekend really aren't going to be affected by weather much at all, if anything. Behind the bubble wrap says, "Howdy, folks. Nice to see you."
Howdy.
CT a hide? What's that mean?
Connecticut a high.
Connecticut I hide. Yes.
I hide in Connecticut.
Yes.
Is that what that
we got
means?
Mike G says Charlotte, North Carolina area is estimating 1.5, 1 3/4 inches sucks.
Yeah.
Of ice.
Just be careful, guys. Just be very careful.
Yeah, our daughter is out in New Bern, which is on the east coast of North Carolina. So, Jovial Juggler says, hey, FA fam, happy snowplow mailbox hockey day. Let's hope y'all put your mailbox far enough away from the road so the plow does eat it. I'd love some snow. I'd love to have some snow.
You can go to Mount Charleston.
I would gladly take. I don't want to go up to the mountain. I want the snow in front of my car.
Okay, for maybe one day.
Yes.
I'll take it for 24 hours and that's it.
Shopping with Cheryl says, "I just mailed my last eBay, set my mail time to 6 days." There you go.
Yeah.
And now, look, it may seem like, okay, 6 days, no mail, right? No shipping. But this is a good time to get cozied up and get some stuff listed. Maybe get things done. We all know what it is within our business or within our hustle. We got to get that right. Where it's a joke. Where things have been left that could be done. And I've always said in this game, there's so much that can be done. And the idea that it's like there's nothing to do, it's like, well, you're missing on some stuff. You could be maybe updating some listings, doing that kind of stuff, making sure that you're in. This is a great time to do inventory.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people have been talking about how they have duplicate listings in their store, or I'm willing to bet there's a number of us that have items right now in our storage area that we think it's listed, but it's not. And of course, that's the same as having an item that's in a death pile. If it's not listed, you're not making any money.
I'm just concerned about power outages. Like power outages, people won't be able to do anything, and not to mention the fact that heaters and all the things.
It's too late now, but they're saying that there's another storm coming next week.
There's one supposed to be rolling right in after it. You're gonna have like a 24-hour reprieve, and then it's supposed to slap
Get a device
back
like
on.
this, something that you could just pop on, and it provides. It's at 76 hours.
Might be wise to charge ours. Not that we're
89%.
not going to be affected.
I haven't charged this in a year, guys, and it's at 89%. And it says 76 hours. Now, 76 hours of what exactly? I don't know. I'm not going to hook that up to my refrigerator because it ain't going to work. But the basics like charging your phone or maybe a little light or whatever.
Phone.
Something like that. It costs you a couple $100 or more, depending on how big of one, but it's probably worth having on hand. Mike G says, "Hi, Spam. Disappointed. Was hoping for that snow. Said no power for who knows how long. Hopefully only half a day."
Yeah.
Hopefully not even that long.
I pray.
Got Kevin Hawthorne says, "Good evening. Nice to see you, Kevin."
Hello, Kevin.
And let's see. Hill Valley Hats.
Hill Valley Hats.
Says, "Torrey Pines. Come visit. I work at the university directly across the street."
What?
Could literally hit the course with a golf ball. We came out there last year about this time for the Genesis.
It was later.
No, it was in
Oh,
January.
you mean okay.
For the Genesis. This is where they had it at Torrey Pines this was at the Genesis Open, and that's those of you guys who follow golf. Genesis Open is always in Pacific Palisades, but because of the fires that happened there, they didn't have the tournament there last year, and so they had it at Torrey Pines, which is why I bought this because it was like $110, but it's like, when am I ever going to find a Torrey Pines Genesis one? You're not going to see it. But we had parked across the street from the golf course and walked over, so we probably passed right by where you're at. Mike G says, guess I'm switching from the same day to 3 days starting tomorrow. I mean, it's considering there's another storm coming through, it's probably a good idea to do it just so that you're not in a pinch. Thomas says, crap, forgot today was Friday.
Well, hello to you too, Thomas.
So are you doing the UPS thing? Are you good or what?
Oh, I hope you're home.
Speaking of UPS, and we're not going to do it just yet because this is kind of a fun thing.
Oh.
They came, and I don't deal with, I thought this was a return, but I'm like, wait, we don't deal with UPS. We just don't ship with UPS. It's either FedEx or USPS. And so they came to the door. I'm not going to show the address. We got this package, and it is from Pete in Crystal Lake, Illinois. So I'm like, okay, what did he do this time? And I'll tell you about it here in a minute. Just stay tuned. It's a little teaser to let you guys know it's going to be just more than me reading through the comments. But I think I'm going to have you guys kind of help me with this. It's just, I've never seen this before, so we'll just get to it in a minute. Cheryl says,
I'm so confused.
Where I am, if the power goes out, it may be a while.
Ooh. She must be in the rural Americas.
Yeah, we got Alfonso. Alfonso 647 says the answer is nope. And is it the answer to what?
The answer to did you put the title as a question?
I might have.
Will
eBay protect sellers? Yeah, okay.
Actually, they probably will.
Here's what big companies do. Big companies are so out of touch, and I can tell you because we worked at a big company. Yeah. Big companies are so out of touch that usually they are reactive instead of proactive. So instead of saying, "Oh, it's supposed to be a huge storm," and they keep saying it's like one of the biggest storms in years coming through, oh, let's just wait and see what happens. Instead of having someone put out, just heck, all they gotta do is copy and paste, just change the date on that notice I showed you, and at least it'll calm some people down a little bit. Yeah. 2 muffins in an oven. Says my FedEx is closing its doors on my side of town. I looked into having my packages picked up, but they want $9 for each pickup. How do you guys do this with it costing so much? Such a huge money grab.
Oh, yeah.
So we had negotiated. So that's the thing. You get a rep that contacts you with FedEx, and we had a rep. Ryan is his name. He doesn't work there anymore, but he hit me up. This is like 4 years ago, and said, "Look, we like to do some business with you. You do ship with us, so we'd like to work it out, give you some good rates, change your rates, and maybe help your business grow." And we have all these different programs in place, and we went to lunch a couple times, and worked it out, and he really set us up to where it was like $4 every time they come and pick up. It's $4. So that's good, right? Now, I was just telling her the other day, ever since then, the number of FedEx packages we ship are not even close to what they used to be because of Ground Advantage. Yeah. And so we're not getting as many large items as before, even though we've got some those rolling those shower shitter thingamabobs that yeah. And so those we're gonna get those listed here pretty soon. So maybe the thought was to get rid of the whole pickup thing with FedEx, and then just go when 2 to 3 times a week when we have a package, and just drop it off. But it's only about 2 miles away, so it's not that bad. Yeah. And I will mention the PPP because you had asked for it, Duncan. Oh. I can tell you that it's worth watching tomorrow, and you're gonna see me in a light that you've never seen before. So it's worth checking out. It's like, is that John? Anthony.
And then maybe afterwards I'll post a full OOTD.
You better not. You better not.
I had to take a picture of him.
You better not. Because see, here's the thing. I could be wearing nothing under right now. I could be wearing absolutely nothing on the bottom. Of course I
I
am.
can assure you he is.
But what I wore yesterday, if I would have went out in public that way, it would have been like, what the what the hell are you
Yes.
wearing?
Oh my God.
But we have Anthony Montana saying, Houston, Texas here. God bless everyone.
God bless you, Anthony.
We got Biff says, John, do you have to abandon Comet once eBay's AI policies go into effect? So I have to abandon my ambitions for what I was setting up with Comet. And so back in October, it had me going through, okay, you need to make an account on this program called make.com. And there's another place to go and set that up. And the idea was that it was going to utilize these third-party AI programs in conjunction with the Comet browser to kind of spearhead everything. And it was going to do all my listings for me in draft form. And I'm like, no, this is just not working. I had it working for a little bit, but it got annoying because it stopped every time it got through a listing and said, do you want me to do another one? I'm like, just do them all. No, we can't do them all. We're programmed not to do them all, so we got to do one at a time. And then when it was going for a while, it was like doing things wrong, like putting my cost in the price and all kinds of stuff. It's like, no, this is not going to work. So we shelved that. But for many people, there's people out there right now who have AI set up, and it's like up until now, it's been like great for them, right? They have their own little AI thing set up, whether it's Perplexity, Comet Browser, or not. And now they're going to have to reconsider that because the 20th of February, it's going to be against the terms of service on eBay to use those programs. Now, the only way around that, if you're still looking at building your own process, is, and I had this discussion with Perplexity, the only way around that is to have the AI agent go in and build your CSV files and then take the CSV file and save it. You then take and upload that CSV file, and voila, the AI didn't interact with your account at all, but it's building the AI and all the data in a file. But it's like, even that's over my head. I'm just doing my normal thing for now. Shopping with Cheryl says, I am using bubble wrap over windows and emptied some eBay bins to fill with water.
Yeah. I think Cheryl's in Kentucky.
So what does that do?
She was in Vegas, now she's in...
What does the bubble wrap over windows do?
Does it just keep the heat in?
I don't know what that does. Isn't that the kind of same thing as like foil?
Like tin foil you put on the windows.
A basket noodle says, "Hey folks, nice to see you."
Hello.
And we got either poop coin or po-op coin. I don't know. Says, I have had 2 people in the last week that said they haven't received their eBay standard envelope when the shipping says delivered. If y'all had problems with the eBay standard envelope orders, well, we don't see. We used to do a lot of that when I had the patches.
Yeah.
We don't have that so much anymore. In fact, do we even have any patches at all for sale? I think I bundled them and sold them, didn't I?
Yeah.
I did do that. But that might change
We've been
pretty
out
soon.
of those a lot.
That might change pretty soon.
Oh,
but
is that what you said?
But I could tell you that's happened with some packages. I had someone buy an alternator, and it was shipped out. It showed delivered. They hit me up saying, I don't have this on my patio. It says delivered to the porch. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. You can ask your neighbors. You can ask the carrier if you have a regular carrier. And or this could happen where they scan it and it doesn't come until the next day. Well, the next day is like, it still didn't come, blah, blah, blah. I'm like thinking to myself, what do you want me to do? I said, open up an item not received case through eBay, and let eBay make the decision. Well, we all know how that works. There's a delivery scan. We're protected. And I believe not only did I win the case, but I think he opened a chargeback, which was shot down. So it happens, and it's not your problem as a seller. I mean, it's your problem to provide good customer service to get the buyer through it, to try to give them ideas and to help them through it. But at the end of the day, you should be covered with seller protection. But again, I am not privy to how that works with the standard envelope. I'm not sure. Does that? I don't know. I have never
Uh,
looked into that, even though we were sending some
yeah,
patches with that. Biff says eBay has always been pretty good about making exceptions for extreme weather,
yeah.
but they've not been very good about being proactive and getting out in
They
front of
never
it.
are, and they never have been, and they never will be. I mean, unless it goes under complete new management and all the things.
The
It's
problem with
just not.
that mentality though is you have real people living real lives
Hmm.
that running, and I don't care what anyone says, running real businesses
Hmm.
that need to kind of formulate a plan, and they want to be able to know that they're covered because of this thing. We shouldn't have to try to figure it out. Oh, it's got a sale. Shouldn't have to try to figure it out, and then am I going to be taken care of or not? Wondering about my account health. Dark Horse says, how many days out are you putting your handling time? For me,
For us,
same
we're
day.
not changing it. It's same day.
The reason is because we have a process in place. We have, a very good carrier that comes every day. And even if that carrier doesn't come, I'm leaving 4:30, 4:40 p.m., 20 minutes or 30 minutes before our post office closes, 5 minutes down the road, going down there and taking them there and getting them scanned, and then dropping them off that way. That way I can know that I've done my part, because the late policy requires two things to happen: late scan and late arrival. So if I get the scan on time, that thing can come 2 weeks late. Now I don't want it to, but I know that at least when it comes to my metrics on eBay, I'm covered. Bachelor Brad, nice to see you, buddy. Thanks for being here.
It's Friday.
And then Dark Horse says, I just finished deleting data and old accounts.
Ooh, that's never fun.
Old accounts, no good. Speaking of old accounts, I got a check in the mail that she almost threw away. It wasn't a very big check, but it's like, I almost threw this away. It was some old account. I guess I had some old bank account for like $30. It's like, all right, well, score. That's lunch.
I could have taken it.
Did what? What were you
Gone to buy my own lunch.
Were you going to just forge my signature?
Of course.
Okay. And then I could press charges?
Go ahead. See what you get.
Brad says it's Friday. And then we got Samantha Hunter. Good evening, John, Jen, and chat.
Hello,
nice to see
Samantha.
Let's see. Basket says, I wooey about Amazon backing off USPS. Prices are going to roof if Amazon leaves using USPS. Who knows? Who knows with that? Oops, what happened? Duncan says, home alone eating pizza. Oh no, it spilled on my keyboard. Some people can't eat alone, I tell you.
Some people should just never be left alone.
Alfonso says, eBay don't give a damn about the weather.
I disagree.
I'd like to not think that. I think it's more of, let's wait and see how it goes, and then we'll put something out and we'll retroactively do it, because they did it last month. But it's just, it needs to be more than just a procedure. Mm-hmm. It has to be, this is just another example of how, sellers feel the way they do. It's like, here we are, we got a storm like it's literally hitting us today, and we have no assurances at all by this company as to what's happening with us right now.
Yeah.
Let's see. Duncan says 3 pineapple pieces upside down on the space bar. What?
Uh-oh.
Sorry.
Better get them. Eat them up.
Let's see. Basketball eBay caused the weather. I'm not going to go that far to say they caused the weather, but they can surely make it easier for people by putting something out. Jovio says, concerned about those who may lose electricity and don't have a fireplace or gas heat. Surprising how much heat these little tea light candles in a terracotta pot gives off.
Yes, I did see a TikTok video about that the other day. If you put either tea lights or any candle in those terracotta potting plant pots, it gives off, it can heat an entire 1,000 square feet. It's wild.
And so Duncan's like, Jen is not bored as heck during John's talk. See, when I speak, this is what she hears. Wah 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 wah. And that's boring after a while. Mm-hmm. I would get bored of that. Mm-hmm.
You forget, I hear John all day, every day. So there is no break. Tyler is near, so I cannot tell you exactly where he is, but I can tell you he is going to be affected by this storm,
Wow,
and
that
I am
narrows it down.
very nervous. He's in the state of Texas, but I'm nervous.
Samantha says, "How do you expect your packages to fare through this storm through the East Coast?" I expect it to be delayed. There to be delays. I expect people to say, "Hey, where's my package?" and hit you up. And I expect, um, you're going to get some item not receives out of this. And you just gotta, be as customer focused as you can when you're dealing with your buyers, and let them know, hey. And don't be snarky saying, "Hey, are you under a rock? There's this storm and it's causing." Don't do that. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, just say, "Hey, look, there's a huge storm. It's impacting everything east of the Rocky Mountains, and it's going to cause a delay, and it will show up eventually." Now, and thank them for their patience. It's a good idea to be even proactive. So if you have some sales right now, and I'm saying this because we could have another storm coming in behind it. Any sales you have right now, hit them up with a message saying, "Hey, thank you for your order. We're shipping this out now, and please be patient because of all the storms that are going on. It could arrive to you a little later than normal, but we're going to do our part and get it out on time."
Yeah.
And so now what you've just done is you've told that buyer that you're on it, you're doing your part, and now they don't see, because what happens is when a buyer doesn't get their item, they start thinking all kinds of crazy crap. Oh, did this seller not ship it on time like the last one did? So now you've created a high level buying experience, because now they got to go and start looking at tracking numbers, messaging you, right, doing all these things. Whereas a seller, we get kind of on top of that. We could be proactive. We put their mind at ease, and we are not the villain when their item's late.
Yeah, you just want to over apologize and be as nice in that little message as you possibly can, and they will be much more what's the word, they're more willing to listen to you, or hear what you have to say, and be a little more, it kind of calms them down a little bit.
Let's see. Dark Horse says, "I'll probably just keep my drafts in Treecat and schedule the listings to go out the middle of the week." Yeah. That's a good plan. Josh Gall says, "Good evening, John, Jenna, and everyone. Stay warm, stay safe, and keep those pets indoors."
Absolutely.
So you guys up there in Canada are kind of dodging this. It's going to be south of you, and so Josh was like, "This is like a normal winter day," but it's not going to be a normal winter day for the folks. In the U.S. Now, let's go ahead and get to this. Since we're about 40 minutes into the show, why not? I got this package from Pete, Craigslist Hunter. Hopefully, Craigslist Hunter, Pete, buddy, if you're watching, hit me up.
I have not seen the little eyeballs yet.
Now, I watch his channel, so I'm not one of those that are like, "Yeah, I watch his channel." No, I watch his channel. I do enjoy it because I've always liked the pawn shop vibes, even though it's not a pawn shop that he runs, but it's the same kind of vibe. People are coming in, they got stuff.
They're bringing in antiques. They're bringing in rare items. They're bringing in trash. They're bringing in random stuff.
So I was watching it, and you guys know I do have an eye, an affinity for things like patches and cool things like that. And somebody came in and he bought like some stuff, and I'm like, "What's in that bag?" And the guy said that there's some cool stuff in here, and so he hit me up on text and said, "I haven't even looked yet." He's like, "When I get a chance, I'll take a look." So it went out of my mind. So UPS guy comes, and he knows I bought stuff from Pete before, so he sent me a note saying, "Hey, I paid $50 for the bag and $20 for the box. Then there's a bag and a box in here. Plus $12 for the shipping. Let me know what you could do in this lot. Cheers." Now, let me just say this real quick. This is what friendship is. He trusted me enough. He's out of pocket $82. He shipped this saying, "Hey, let's make a deal." I don't know. I mean, I trust his judgment 100%. So whatever he wants to get out of this, I'm gonna pay him for it because I trust his judgment. He knows I need to make. It's the game. It's kind of inverted. People take stuff into his store. They know that he needs to make a little bit right on the deal. He knows I need to make a little bit on the deal, and I'm going to kind of throw it back at him and say, "Look, you tell me what it is, and I'm getting it out to you as soon as possible." So I'm gonna show you guys.
Oh wow!
Let's see what we got, because I don't even know what this is, and I don't even know if he really took the time to look through it all. But there's some old looking stuff here. I mean, they got old stuff. I mean, we got. That looks like, what is that? That's like the Masons, like a Mason button.
Yeah.
Look at this. I mean, we could probably have a 2-hour show on this. This is just the bag, guys. We have another bag that's in the bag.
Screws in. It's
and
a screw.
Look at all these old military pins and stuff. And this is like right up my wheelhouse. So hopefully you guys aren't bored by this kind of thing. But we got some.
Ooh, what are those? Those are buttons.
Some buttons. You guys like buttons? Some military buttons.
Ooh.
How about some rank badges?
Those are so stinking cool.
I mean, look at all these. I mean, oh, how about this? There's a.
What is that? Don't say it out loud.
No. This is just an old ID. Some kind of ID. You can't really read it, so I don't care if I show it to you. But it's old anyway. I mean, this stuff is pretty darn cool.
Valid state driver's license.
United States paratrooper. So this is quite awesome.
Oh, honey, you're dropping.
I know I'm dropping stuff because there's just so much here in these bags. So this is a bag full of. I would have to say these are definitely vintage, 100% vintage.
Oh. Oh, look at airborne.
More.
These are matches.
Yeah.
They're used, obviously, but it's the.
Some epaulettes, or I don't think I'm saying
airborne. I can't read the bottom of it.
Got some pins. So this is pretty cool stuff.
This is really cool stuff.
Old insignias from based on your MOS of what it is that you do.
Yeah.
So look, I don't know that I don't know what we're looking at here. I really don't. I'm not an expert. We sold a bunch of patches and badges and stuff, and
I feel like this is. I don't know that.
Those are ranked badges.
No, I know they are, but.
So here's the box. So he paid $20 for the box. He paid $50 for the bag, and he paid $20 for the box. Wow, that's kind of different. This is 1951. Donald D. Hargraves. This is what it says. It's from 1951. That's interesting.
Wow.
So it's just a box
just
full
a lot
of that kind
of stuff. And what is that?
I mean, really, I mean, look at this. Is the shoulder things.
Look at this. Look at this.
Does he put on your shoulder? Look at this.
Oh, I
look
don't
at this.
Know what this is.
This is not a lasso.
No, those go on their arms. On
like it goes.
Shoulder. No, sir.
I just got discharged.
This guy has never been in the military. So
here's the thing. I don't know. Really a whole lot about this. It intrigues the hell out of me. I definitely.
That's cool.
It's like those bars, the rank bars. So I'm going to defer to Pete. I don't know what this is worth. I don't. I know that I did sell. Oh boy, and I kind of regretted doing it. I sold a big tub. I mean, we're talking a big tub, like 5 times this amount, to somebody who hit me up. They bought it for a couple $100, and I regretted it kind of doing it, but I'm like, some of it I couldn't figure out what it was, and I kind of figure that I'm going to be in the same kind of boat here. I'm not going to really know a lot about it. Maybe that AI has improved a little bit. It'll help me identify a little bit more.
Can you read what that says on the inside?
It says U.S. patent. It says a patent.
Oh.
Just a patent.
It's a screw, though. That's what is kind of weird to me.
It's a pin for someone who might have some screws loose. I don't know. Nonetheless, what do you guys think? Now, Pete,
That's exciting.
if you're watching, this is awesome. I'm gonna hit you up with the text afterwards. I don't know. I do not know what I'm really looking at. Maybe you had a chance to look through it. I hope you looked through some of it to see that you weren't sending me bars of gold or anything like that.
I'm pretty sure he knew that.
Jovio says, "Gotta say, without my glasses on, John's outfit resembles that of an UPS carrier." Yes, I got.
Actually, yeah.
I'm moonlighting. Yep, you caught me.
You should have kept the USPS hat.
Yes, I should have. That would be great. TMJ Long says, "John, what's up, buddy?
What's up?
Nice to see you. How are you doing? Thanks for hanging out with us. Flipping for the trailer. Hey,
Well,
how's everyone?
Hey.
Let's see. Todd says Texas is 8 degrees in the Panhandle, but 68 degrees in the southern coast.
Yeah,
that's about right.
Yeah. Let's see, Tyler.
I'm sure I'm way behind this chat, but it is what it is.
That's never.
Elizabeth Castro says it's a great time during the cold storm to list or organize inventory, as John says. It is. I mean, or if you just need a break, maybe need a reset, just take the time. Sometimes, opportunities present themselves, and for many, this is an opportunity. Don't look at it as a burden. Now, if you're without power, it's going to be hard to get anything done. I get that. But, other than maybe just trying to bear through it, to say relax. I mean, if you're dealing with no power, no, heat or anything, I mean, you're just going to do everything you can to stay warm, I guess. CK Roll says, I haven't had an eBay sale for 3 days. That has never happened. I have changed nothing. Oh. And I'm glad you mentioned this because something's happened the last 3 days, and maybe we can try to figure it out together, and I'll try to cue it up here. Got a phone call from Bearded Picker, and he's like, can you look at your traffic? Like, yeah, I'll look at my traffic. So go to my traffic, and that's under performance in the Seller Hub, under performance and under traffic. So under traffic, go to your views. I'll get that out of the way. Listing views. Okay. Now, what do you notice about this chart the last few days? What do you notice about the chart the last few days?
That the traffic has gone up.
Well, that has a lot to do with, just building the size of the store over time. But
what's more is I noticed that it's the external more than
So the teal represents external views. Okay. It's not the paid offsite because I don't have that.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get this to where it can be a little bit bigger for you guys.
Go.
So as you can see here, it says external is the teal. Now look how much. We're talking 85 external views. These are like views coming off of eBay as compared to 90 organic and 90 promoted. Wow. Okay. We have the same kind of patterns here. Now today, maybe not so much, but it's been it seems like it started sometime on Tuesday, and it's been that way throughout the week. And Beer's like, I'm not getting as many sales right now. So I don't know what's happening here, but I'm wondering if it's tied to this, because that's the only thing that I can see here. We're getting a lot more external traffic. Why can that? And that's on both of my accounts too, by the way. This is on the main account right here. And of course, my impressions are up. Now that could be because the more items you add to your store, the more impressions you're going to get. That's just the way it is. But my views are down, quantity sold is down, and my click-through rate is down. That's not a very good number. I mean, but it's down 10%. 10% in solds. So something's happening. I can't put my finger on it, but I'm willing to bet that it could be something that has to do with the changes that were made right about this time, because even like after the 14th of January, my teal has been more than my externals have been more than before then. So I think something's happened when they made this change. The promoted listings change. Something could have happened to where that's kind of different now. So if you can, check out your performance tab, check out your traffic, click on listing views, and see if you have that same pattern going on. Duncan says, happy birthday again, Jenna. It's your birthday every
No,
show.
I don't want a birthday every. Do you know how old that would make me if I did that?
Methuselah.
That would be terrible.
Basket says 7 degrees here now with 21 mile an hour base wind from the west.
Oh.
John is west of us. Stop it, John. Yes, I'm just.
Sorry.
See, the reason why you know it's not me. The reason why you know it's not me is I would be blowing hot air.
Yeah.
Okay. And unlike some channels, they would be blowing smoke. So you know it's not smoke, and you know it's not hot air, so it's none of our fault. It's totally natural. Dark Horse says, in short, I'm exhausted from my mane and a little downtrodden.
Mm-hmm. That can happen.
Let's see. Interflip says, I gave my kid one of those power boxes for Christmas. They're kind of.
Mm-hmm.
I had bought it initially for the storage unit, and I kept it in there so that if I like, ooh, does this thing work? You know, is it worth keeping in the storage unit? I just plug it in, and you know, I instead of throwing it out or trying to part it out. Dark Horse says, the workload I've got is sprawling. It's difficult to ever feel caught up. It keeps me busy at burnout, but burnout is approaching.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the norm. I mean, burnout is a mindset. So, you know, you've got to kind of condition yourself to say, I don't feel like this today, but I'm going to push myself through it. And it could be something as easy as throwing on your favorite music, you know, put your earbuds in and get to work. Could be throwing a live stream like this on in the background, talking about the kind of thing that you're doing. Because I find if you have content in your mind that resembles what you're doing, it'll help you get in the mood to do that thing. Shopping with Cheryl says, I have 6 power banks and a 13,000 watt generator, but that eats fuel, so will limit use. Yeah. But you have it. That's good.
Yes.
Basket says, I'm fine, everyone. Thanks for asking.
B-Newts.
Look.
You are a part of the, we hope you all stay safe.
I don't care how cold it is I think you're in Maryland, right?
Maryland
is it Maryland? One of the two.
I don't know. They all seem the same to me.
Any freeze is not going to get you to stop with the comments that go over my head. And so with that, you're gonna be fine.
You're gonna be fine.
Thomas S says,
faith.
no
You're
UPS for a month. No UPS for a month. Wife had knee replacement surgery.
Oh, that's right. How is
FMLA.
she doing?
So you get FMLA through UPS.
Yes.
That's awesome. Awesome.
FMLA.
Now I'm not saying it's awesome for your wife.
No.
Do they have her on that traction machine where her knees going flexion or whatever the hell it is?
Yeah, probably.
Why did the camera do that? Todd says, Ford F-250 4-wheel drive. If the post office is open, I'm shipping.
Yeah.
Get out of my way.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're pretty safe.
But see, here's the thing. You may have change. You may have, snow tires. But what about the other yahoos that don't know how to drive in this and could hit you?
Yeah, that's what I worry about. I don't worry about like when John leaves and is driving somewhere. I worry about the people that are around him.
Bystander 00 or quad 07 or 0007 says -3 in Michigan.
Oh,
cold.
God, that's
and she's like, chilling. It's like 60 degrees. Like, I'm cold. You don't know cold.
I mean, I get so cold.
Dark Horse says, I'm in a rough spot. Can't afford to lose my MSP income until reselling replaces it at least. Mm-hmm. Time and energy is finite. Yeah. You got to focus your energy on, you have a bunch of things. Try to, so you're not feeling overwhelmed. Take the best items that you have and get those up first. So that's where you're going to get most of the value, whatever you have. Get those things listed so, you can help your situation. Let's see. Basket says, is preactive a word? If not, I propose it to be defined as eBay is at fault. Amazon Seller 99 says, hey guys, happy freaking Friday.
Happy nice to see you. Freaking Friday.
Basket has a GMC Yukon. It's pretty difficult to defeat.
He's in New York.
New York.
Yeah, he's in New York.
Okay. But still, you still have bad drivers in New York. I can attest to that.
Yeah. Terrible.
I mean, like the guy who picked us up to take us to Union Station.
To the G.
He was like, he was trying to time every light. He was trying to time every light to so he doesn't have to stop.
Didn't have to brake so that he wouldn't brake.
And when he did brake, you could hear his brakes.
Oh, yeah.
It was squealing. So that's why he wasn't trying to.
For my life.
We made it. Shopping with Cheryl says, no, I love my truck and don't want people asking me to pull them out.
Oh, true. True.
Um, let's see. Amazon seller says, hopefully on the PPP we get to hear John say something positive about AI. Look, I think AI is good.
Wait, you
I
normally say positive things
yeah.
about AI.
I just
Is this sarcasm? I don't get it.
well, there's some laughing face emojis there,
I
so it
know.
could be. AI is a good thing. I'm not gonna.
It's a scary thing though for some.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing for now. It may be different in 5 to
It's
10
not
years.
where it's going to be at all. It's going to continue to evolve.
Semperfi's in the house. The sales overall mixed bag, but hit goal for the month on the 17th. Sales keep coming. There you go. We love it.
Sweet.
I guess the wife flipped out on basket.
Huh? Wait, what?
I don't know. You have to look at the comments to catch up. Adam Mack says eBay should worry more about their trash customer service than people using AI to make listings. I had a problem requesting. They called 3 times and hung up and didn't say anything. Don't you hate when that happens?
Oh.
It's like, okay, finally, here's the call that I've been waiting for, and you go to answer it, and they've disconnected. And that way they can say, well, our records show that we did make a phone call and nobody answered. Okay, whatever. That's an agent who doesn't want to do their job.
Yeah.
Dark Horse says CSV is spreadsheet, guys, and you will need to review it before you upload. You do. Any work that AI does, you need to review it, but it's going to save you some time.
Derek's in Texas.
Derek W. Pat, nice to see you. And
stay safe, my friend.
Let's see, get to some of the sidebar comments. We got Eric Bressy. Nice to see you, Eric. Hopefully you guys went over and subscribed.
Yeah, don't forget to subscribe to Eric's channel. Just click on his name.
Landshark says, what's up tonight? The weather is up. The weather is up.
The weather and it's definitely not the temperature.
We've got Duncan wants to know, is your eBay a business or a hobby? So
a business.
Here's the thing, it's a business. Anytime that you set out to make a profit, you're in business. You could have a damn lemonade stand. Okay, that's basically a business. Now, some might look at you as, well, it's not sustainable. It's not going to, it's really not going to get you where you want to be. But at the end of the day, I think we've shown, at least on this channel, that we've been able to make eBay work to replace a 9-to-5 job, with a decent automobile, all the bills, and still have the money in the bank to do the things that we like to do. And I'm content with that. I mean, look, we talk about having drive, and I reserve my drive to get the things done that I need to get done, right? But at some point, am I going to be able to do a lot of these things? Maybe not, but I have time to figure that out. And part of the plan is to start getting smaller things to sell. And that's something that's on my radar now. Is reselling as we know it going to be even a thing in 10 years? Is it going to be one of those things where you can just walk by your death pile, take a photo, and AI's got it done for you? You just got to throw it in a bin somewhere. Who knows? I would like to think it's going to be easier as we get going. So I can't retire for another 15 years. So it's just nuts what we're looking at by the time that happens. Biff says eBay probably doesn't want to be proactive about things that might not happen. Sometimes hurricanes are predicted and they fizzle out. But if you're...
True, but they should be in more of a prepare for the worst and hope for the best.
You have somebody that's at eBay that is in tune with social media. If you come across reports like this is going to happen, this is going to be like one of the biggest storms, it's not a matter of what the storm is going to be like. It's more about like where the storm path is going to be.
Yeah.
And you know what? Even if it's affecting a small part of the country, it affects all resellers because you potentially are shipping to that location.
Yep. I know quite a few packages this morning went out to the East Coast.
Life is short. Mike G says my eBay store is a wannabe business. I mean, look, we can call it whatever we want. We can call it, but it's our journey, okay? And if you want to call it a business, by all means, call it a business. If you want to call it your 9 to 5 job, then call it a 9 to 5 job. At the end of the day, it doesn't change anything about the task that you have to perform to make money. And there are there better ways to make money to where you build something up, and in a few years maybe you're not, you have someone working for you, sure, but that's not everyone's journey. Duncan says, what can you buy for $30 these days? A golf ball? You could buy some cheap golf balls, yeah. Derek W. Pat says, I have a few items that have till Monday to ship. I'm doubtful the post office will be open Monday due to weather, but Tuesday is better, so my customer items might be a little late. Yeah. Shopping with Cheryl sees on the eBay contact page at the bottom, it says severe winter weather may impact delivery times in parts of North America. Check tracking for the latest carrier updates.
Okay. That's progress. But why is it there? Why isn't it just on the home page at the very top?
Let's see. Let me go here. Looks like Todd says, okay, love you, Jenna, but a tea light will not heat 1,000 square feet.
Yeah, it will. In the pot. In the clay pot. It has to be one of those clay pots.
I don't know anything about
But they also, mind you, I explained it very simply, but she had she built this thing out of 3 of those clay pots, and it's a tea light in one that is heating. They were all touched. I don't know.
Anyway, back to our show. Shopping with Cheryl says, I sent buyer messages saying it was mailed and may be delayed due to the storm. That's a good idea. So now they know it's not a you thing. They know it's what's happening. Because there's people, believe it or not, who are so oblivious to what's happening, even though they might be in the crosshairs of the storm. They may not even notice what the hell's going on until it's actually happening. Duncan says, no electricity, then I would just order KFC, Uber Eats. You guys have that? You guys have Uber Eats in Australia by now?
Yeah.
Life is short. Says, I've already messaged my buyers about the possible delay. They basically apply, of course, and stay safe. But it's a good gesture, I think. Tommy Z says, Jenna, KFC will keep you warm should a power outage occur.
I don't want that kind of a warm.
I'm down.
I'm not down.
I'm down.
No. We already had it once, and I don't want it again.
We'll talk about that. I'm down.
Yeah, we were.
We will. Lori Heating Bill says, just received a request from Amazon customer to send a $150 replacement because the package was missing when they got home. New item, more available. What do you do?
Ooh.
So here's the thing. Is there a delivery scan? Okay. Now this is from an Amazon customer, huh? How does Amazon treat? Do they treat that as you fulfilled your obligation like eBay does? If so, then you're covered, right? But I don't know enough about Amazon. Hopefully, like Beard, if he says he's watching, so maybe he can drop in here and put a answer to that question.
I did see him a minute ago.
I would see Amazon doing something for that buyer, but is it coming out of your pocket? That's the thing. Tommy Z says, Dark Horse, I got a random knit collared shirt with an Embassy of Amman Jordan emblem on it. It's a kid shirt. Very strange.
Huh. A kid shirt with an embassy?
Or it's a very small person's shirt, maybe. Derek W. Pat, my neighborhood had a power outage right before the live.
Oh.
Glad it came back on. Not even below freezing yet. Hope that's not a bad sign. I recall... Was it in 21?
What year was that? Was that 20? I think it was 22 when you guys had that major freeze.
I thought it was 21 where they had the freeze and like a lot of people died because the power went out and all that.
Yeah.
We got Mark Wakefield says, Alaska here, laughing as last month we had 90 to 100 mile an hour gusts of wind that I was driving to the post office in.
Yeah.
But you guys are built different.
You guys are built for this kind of weather. We're not. No, I'm not necessarily us, but I mean, these kind of...
you guys are more likely to fight a moose than I am. So, but thanks for tuning in, Mark.
Yeah.
Duncan says, John's talking. Jenna looks sleepy.
Yeah.
She's just being herself. when I talk, you get kind of drowsy.
I do.
See, she admits it. Mark says the power grids are overloaded with the AI that they were worried about. That's another thing. 5 to 10 years, man, what's going to happen when AI really starts taking over things and we don't have enough power to support it? That's another problem coming. Thomas S says nearly hit poor Jenna in the head with the bag. John is so excited.
You did.
So excited.
Thank you for noticing. You just
Derek
made me
W.
look at
Pat
them.
says, oh wow, those buttons and patches are awesome.
Yeah, they really are.
His patches look like a good candidate for list easier flux. I have other plans. We'll see. And to flip it, I love blind haul videos. Not bored. I'm impressed you didn't look through it already. No, I just put it aside. I like, let's do this live. Let's do it live. And we did it live, and we didn't really do a whole lot of it because
you got another item sold.
Yeah, that's an awesome thing.
I
just don't know. I really don't know what I'm looking at. Every time I would break out a patch or a pin from the other lot that I had, I did a lot of research, and so that's what's going to kind of happen here. And it's going to go in the second store, and I just don't know how much time I have right now, but it'll happen. These things have been around for 50 to 75 years, depending on which patch you're looking at, and they can wait a little longer if they have to. Basket says those types of stores can be amazing. I have a friend who runs one but won't sell on eBay. It's insane inside it, but he does use eBay to price things. Well, so do a lot of people at yard sales. They use eBay to price
pickers
things.
come to him for quick flips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about Pete's store. Yeah.
Yeah.
Duncan says the 2 bags of military patches and stuff will do well on eBay auctions. I find that's where we had the most success. So, we kind of cost average out. Where are we at? What's the minimum we want to make? Start there on an auction and let people who know what they're looking at, dictate how much it's worth. Dark Horses, with clothing, you have to take twice the photos. Kind of annoying, but not a big deal. Just time intensive. Yep. Photos are always going to be sort of the biggest issue. And I don't see a way. Now, you could ever see that video of like the robot that's walking around that runs into the mirror and is trying to cook like in the kitchen? And well, they have robots, and it's in its infancy, AI robots. And I'm wondering if you're going to have like some kind of contraption or a robot that would, you tell it, I want you to take 6 photos of all these items, and it does. Maybe you show it how you want the things done, and it replicates. I don't know. Look, there's things that are coming that are going to blow our minds here in the next 5 to 10 years. Designer Muppet String says, as soon as I pulled up this video, I thought USPS uniform. LOL. Shh. I'm not supposed to be on the live stream. I'm supposed to be driving around. Dre says, hello, John, Jen, and chat. About to get off to work. Or get off work. That's
get home.
Always a fun feeling when you're about to get off work.
Safe.
That relaxed. See, that's the one thing I kind of miss. That feeling. Everyone knows what that feeling is.
What?
The moment you clock out of your 9 to 5, that feeling of like, I get to go home. Now, I guess if you're going home to someone you can't stand or whatever, I guess that's like a different feeling. It triggers another emotion. But for most of us, it's that feeling of, I've accomplished, I've done this, I'm done for the day. I can just do my thing and not worry about it. Whereas in the reselling game, you may have finished all your tasks, but guess what? Just as soon as you sit down to like relax, here comes a barrage of messages from some buyer who might be pissed off and about something. And the buyer I'm talking about, the one that likes to leave like 6 messages in a row, and after the 6th one, they're like, why aren't you answering me?
We're not here to wait on you.
Biff says the 3 external spikes are bots. Your most recent 3 days are always like that. Write down the number today and look again in a week. Okay.
Yeah, maybe because remember we looked at this on
we looked
Monday.
at it yesterday. But when Beard called, we looked at it yesterday. But maybe we'll just give it some time. We'll give it the weekend. We'll take a look at it.
Yeah.
Mark Suddick says, you're wrong. The storm is to hit us in Ontario, Canada on Sunday.
Yeah.
In Toronto, Ontario, we're getting 1.5 feet of
But
snow.
you guys are used to this.
Well, then Josh made it sound like, we're gonna be fine. That's where he's at.
Yeah, because you guys are. This is not uncommon weather for up there.
Dark Horse says, that old lighthouse is gonna shine. Shine on, John. Sing it. Lower your heating bill. Just says, noticed that Amazon package delivered on the 23rd, an entire month ago.
Wow.
And they're demanding a free replacement.
What?
This may be something where you want to reach out. I know it's cringy, but reach out to Amazon and find out not what the rep thinks, but what is your seller protection policy, and in this specific situation, am I covered? And I don't want to know what you think. I want to know what the policy is, and or if you don't even want to call Amazon, look up. Maybe this is a good time for AI. Maybe we could do that now. I'll do that on the side here while we're yapping, to try to find an answer for you to save you a phone call. Bear with me here. Try to pull a tab over here. Keep my other ones open. So now I can say, as an Amazon seller, a buyer reaches out 3 weeks after delivery and states they never received the item and wants a replacement. As an Amazon seller, what am I protected? Let's see what it says. And I will show you guys the response right here. Let's see what it says.
Okay, what do you do?
It says you are only protected in some situations, and it depends on how the order was fulfilled and shipped, not on the fact that it's 3 weeks after delivery. It's actually it's a month after delivery, but okay. Key factors that decide your protection: whether you used Amazon Buy Shipping for FBM or if it was FBA, whether the tracking shows delivered and ideally was valid physical delivery scan or signature, and whether the buyer escalates to an A to Z claim and if it's within the 90-day claim window. Now, if you used Amazon Buy Shipping, so if you fulfilled it yourself, orders shipped through Amazon Buy Shipping and showing valid delivery scans are generally covered under claims protected for package didn't arrive A to Z claims. If the buyer files an A to Z for item not received, Amazon usually refunds the buyer at Amazon's cost rather than charging you, as long as you shipped on time and have a valid tracking. You should respond with the standard template telling the buyer they can open an A to Z claim if they believe the package was not delivered. But if you did not use Amazon shipping, you're responsible for the package reaching the buyer, even if the carrier shows delivered. Amazon often expects you to refund and replace if the buyer claims non-receipt and you didn't use Amazon shipping. In that case, A to Z claim will likely be seller funded, meaning you lose the money and may take a metrics hit. Signature confirmation can help you win the A to Z on those delivery case. And if it's FBA, looks like your main role is to direct the buyer back to Amazon. So Amazon should take that hit. So hopefully that answers the question. Let her back in here real quick. I find that what's cool about like this Perplexity AI, it does a good job of sourcing for answers, whether it's on Amazon Seller or other forums to figure out how people have handled this. So did you use Amazon shipping? They give you good rates, so I don't know why you wouldn't. Biff says, all those bought external views, like I think I read that one. Cheryl says, John just admitted that he blows hot air. I've been accused of it, so I mean, why not go with it? Happy birthday, Mark. It's coming up, but I didn't quote it on social media.
Well, happy birthday in advance.
Keith says, John, this happened in UK when they did the promoted listings change. There was a lull in numbers, but then picked back up again. Look, my numbers are down for where I'd like them to be. Now, today, we had, I think we're over the $500 mark on the main account. We have a lot of merchandise. that we picked up this week, and we have a lot of merchandise that after only 2 days, I've got 40. So
What?
we're on pace for about yeah, we got a lot of things coming this next week. So I'm
Oh
fired
my
up.
God.
We
That
have
means it could be like 80 to 100.
yeah, so that's good.
Holy
Um,
snappers.
Thomas says the burnout reminds me of my Australian crush.
Oh. Is it
uh,
your
they'll tell the
Australian
wife, Mike.
crush is getting married, isn't she? Or
Elizabeth Castro
got
says my
married,
sales are
remarried?
way down after eBay changes. I am only selling non-promoted items, so who knows? I gotta say now, look. I guess the person that we would use as a way to measure this would be Todd, because he is so like I am not promoting. I don't care if Todd's still watching. Todd, how are your sales lately? Have they since the 13th? Have you noticed a change? Basket says burnout is too much hot food and the groove I put in the hardwood floor running in the toilet 662 times.
Wow.
Biff says people see this graph and think AI listing is spiking their external views. Google will index your listings in 24 hours, but it takes 30 days to actually rank with the view. I don't know about that last part. I know the first part is right. I have to fact check that, but we're not going to do it now. Andy DeFlippin says, I think I'm really looking forward to PPP tomorrow. Please, I hope it's what I think.
You will not be able to guess.
I'd like to know what you think, though.
You won't
Mike
be
G
able
says,
to guess it.
speaking of pushing yourself, I dealt with a pinched nerve and now a minor cold. First day in 3 that my pinched nerve is better. Boy, that was painful.
Yeah, the pinched nerves are no joke, Mike.
Ooh.
Be careful.
Grams and pops.
I was just thinking about you, Teresa. OMG, you guys are going to freeze to death.
Sorry about that.
Sorry about that.
Sorry about that. I don't want to be in that position. Look,
I mean,
I'll take your snow,
no,
but it can't be that cold.
No. I don't want all... They get too much snow. I don't want all that.
Mark says, great advice you've given before. I was just talking to Mom about that the other day. Wise. Well, thank you. I pass on what I know, and there's times I can't give you an answer because I just simply don't have the answer. I don't know. Biff says AI listing is magic on the user end, but an old-fashioned, well-constructed listing is going to rank just the same with Google. I believe that. I agree. I make old-fashioned listings with help of AI, much like Aiken does. Or you meant Aiken? Oh, Clay Aiken? I don't know what you mean.
Aiken does.
Yeah, I don't know who Aiken is. Let's see if I can get through this. Okay, Aiken was supposed to be John.
Oh.
That's not even close. I'm sure Clay Aiken does little listing.
Was that a voice to text?
Basket says, yeah, well, New York has the best drivers as they always have to pass flight school.
Flight school? Oh my God.
Dre will be working mandatory overtime tomorrow despite the cold weather, so hopefully everything goes well.
Yeah.
Do you have sick time? I'm just saying, well, it's mandatory overtime, so
that's some good money.
Yeah, that's a temptation.
Yeah, but
is it worth it?
Just be careful. Dress really warm.
Flaming Arrow Collectibles says, I am in Northeast Texas.
Oh. Please stay warm and safe and don't go outside. Just don't do it.
Big Dre says also people have been cleaning on the shelves at the grocery stores.
Yes.
Yeah, preparing for power outages. Yep.
Yes, I did notice.
There he is. Beard says, good evening, you scum hobbyists.
Oh my. Scum. That's a big word there, guy.
Yeah, Duncan even runs a lemonade stand, isn't that awesome? Rad Relics John says, how are all my fellow hobby resellers doing today? Yes.
We are flea seller biz knobs.
Yes, I'm going to put that on my taxes. A hobbyist reseller. See how that works. It's probably the same. Duncan says, are you sure you can ever retire from eBay? What will you do all day? Golf, casino?
Both.
Yeah, here's the thing. I'm always going to look for the next best thing. I'm not going to pay someone hundreds of dollars to figure it out. If there's other ways to make money that's going to be less strenuous for a 60 when I retire, I'll be 67. So a 67-year-old guy. I'll be looking at it. Of course, eBay is on the radar. It could be collectibles. It could be postcards. Could be all kinds of things. Just to supplement retirement income. It'll be a different vibe. I can go golf 2-3 times a week. She can go get her hair done 2 to 3 times a week. And
no
we'll have a happy
woman
life.
wants to do that.
Um, let's see. Dark Horse says severe weather affects any reseller at any given time.
Yep.
Biff says, I will say that my organic traffic has been the most stable I have ever seen it since the 13th. It's actually the stability I always expected from a 40,000 item store, but it's been on the low side. And one thing I'm surprised just looking at those traffic reports is how much organic traffic I actually get, being that I promote at a pretty decently high level, 8.1 to 10.1% for most of my items. And most of my items are promoted. Not all, but most. And the idea that I'm getting so much organic traffic is cool, but with the way it works now, this takes one person to click on your promoted view, and it doesn't matter if that item is seen organically or not. Flaming Arrow says, I downsized with smaller items and less space and higher value. It helped tremendously. Changed my handling time to 5 days. eBay doesn't always credit late packages. Well, that's it. The scan doesn't always come through on time. If you see in your metrics that they're hitting you for a late delivery as being late, make sure if you can show within the tracking that it's the same day that you shipped it, then, or within your handling time, then I would be disputing that, and it's worth it because you don't want your metrics to. I think it's over 3% late, if I'm not mistaken. Jovia says, glow stick hack. Put a glow stick in a mini gallon milk jug filled with water to use as a makeshift lantern if the power goes out. Works wonders.
Oh, wow. You guys are so intuitive.
John says, I watched this video today and was like, this guy is on the spectrum. Oh, yeah. I don't know what to think of I didn't think of it as much of an apology. I didn't really think of it. It was a quick one of those like, I'm sorry, but type statements.
There should be never a but after sorry.
It was I'm sorry, but. So it's like, okay, well then.
You just canceled it out as soon as you said but.
Mark says, I love the low barrier to entry for the common man that reselling provides. Yeah, anybody can do it, right? But you do need to do it right to be effective, I believe. Fair Market Flip says, just ended and sold similar. Our store of close to 6,000 items. Interestingly, an hour later, already have 3,500 views.
That's awesome.
Impressions low. Seems like literal impossible. Click amounts very strange. Well, what's going to happen though is, for the next 12 to 24 hours, you're going to see those items a little higher in search than normal, and it'll have a little tag on the PC. At least you'll see it. It'll say new listing, and you do get that artificial boost. Hopefully that turns into some sales for you. Dark Horse says, anyone can do it if they're willing to work at it. It's a level playing field.
Yes.
Level in the sense of we all have the opportunity, but it's eBay's made it uneven through their tactics of really making most sellers have to promote. I really don't understand consignment shops. I know it's a thing though. Consignment, I don't do consignment. It's too many factors of like returns and people wanting like, okay, well, how, I gave it to you a month ago. How come I haven't gotten paid because it hasn't sold? It's trying to get people to understand the things that happen that resellers deal with. I don't. It's not worth my time. And a friend of ours actually out here did consignment, and he after a while had to put an end to it. It was one of those deals, and it's like while there was some sales made, it was just too much of a headache. Let's see. Basket says, merch ain't the problem, making it all blossom is the problem. Yeah. And we got a fan membership for 3 months. That is Dark Horse. Says, I love our reselling communities. Thanks for streaming. Well, no, thanks for being here. It's awesome that you're
3 months. Here. That's awesome. Thank you.
Then thanks for being a member. Look, we have member content. I'm sure we have member content, members only content. Like sometimes I'll make a videos like the masses don't want to know this. Yeah. And then those videos where I think everyone would want to have access, but I can't do those kind of videos on a regular stream because no one would volunteer to the store so that like they can be seen by thousands or whatever it is. It's really kind of a cool small live stream that we have. Some nice warm potato soup.
Ooh, that does sound good.
Flaming Arrow says Texans don't do this weather either.
Yeah, exactly.
And to flip, it says the smart Alaskans don't fight moose; they run from them.
That's true.
Hey, I've seen some videos.
John would be the only one
I've
out
seen
there
some
trying
videos.
to fight it.
I've seen some
Kind
videos.
of trying to. I can picture John trying to fight with a kangaroo.
I
don't
would.
think oh my god.
I would.
It would be the best video of
You'd
all
be you.
time.
She would not even help me. She'd
no,
be.
I'd be in the car.
So here's the thing. We're gonna do this drawing. So we try to do on every live stream. We do give away a hat and a shirt from Treecat, and I want you guys in the chat who are interested in this drawing to be a part of it. 1 to 300. Put a number in chat right now, and we're gonna play the Treecat promo. And when that's done, we're gonna draw the number. Okay.
Okay.
You hear us talking about Treecat all the time on this channel, and there's a reason for it. We're a big proponent of getting your items onto other platforms and not having all your items on eBay in one basket. And to do that effectively, you really need a cross-listing tool. Now, we've used a lot of different cross-listers, and I got to tell you that Treecat is the most comprehensive tool that we've used. We've had a hand in helping to develop it, but it's just packed full of features. And for the cost, you're not paying a monthly fee like a lot of all other different cross-listers make you pay. This one here, you pay as you sell. So you have a small fee when you make a sale, when it's a billable action, meaning that you've used one of the features that have linked to a sale. And guys, I got to tell you, there's nothing better than, if you have a bad month, not really worrying about having to pay all these extra fees for something that you didn't really get. So Treecat is loaded with a lot of features. I mean, really don't have a time to go over all of them, but some of the coolest ones are, you got the AI autofill, where AI will get in there and fill in your item specifics. They do have a dedicated listing tool where you can go in and list from there and have all the same features that you would have on eBay, but the library that they have for you as compared to eBay holding your listings for only 90 days. So if you find something again, say 6 months later, you have the photo and the listing right there in Treecat, and you can just launch it instead of having to go back and create the listing all over again. They're implementing an AI lister with just photos, so that's baked into the price you pay as you sell. There's the delist feature, where if you sell something on another platform, it's going to be removed off of eBay and vice versa. So again, so many features. And the coolest thing is, for the next 2 months, you use my affiliate code down below, you're going to get the services for free, regardless of how many items you sell. And that'll give you a chance to check it out, to see for yourself if Treecat is for you. And so we're that confident that you're going to like Treecat. They're giving you the first 2 months for free, just so that you can confirm what I'm already telling you. So what are you waiting for? Go over to Treecat, use my affiliate code down below, and get started today. Get started, darn it. And Jenna's got her hat on, so let's do this. 1 to 300. I think we'll end it at Mike G is already disqualified himself with 322.
Hello, Julie.
So let's just run it. Let's run it and see what we got here. Snoopy Collector is the last one. Here we go. We got, come on, randomize this thing. It's 247.
247.
It seems like this thing likes the number 247. We've had 247 before.
Yeah. That's weird.
Well, we said it. I'm going to use a different randomizer. You know what? AI is kind of ticking me off. Who someone's had to choose 247.
Oh my gosh.
I think we're going to make it an invalid number.
He had 245. I can already tell you. Unless
Keith?
Yeah.
He's smart. He knows. He remembers what this thing is. We've had 247 before.
Oh, Snoopy Collector was so close.
Okay. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to...
Yep.
Of course, Keith, send me a message. I'm going to send them the information for your merch. Yeah. Of course, we want your size and your hat.
Your shirt size. Shirt size. Shirt size.
Because the hat's adjustable.
No other sizes.
I'm willing. I hope that they'll ship it out to the UK.
Well, I didn't we have somebody else get
Well, we had someone. I remember when we did the Jaden's drawing for the printer, and they told me no, we're
Oh,
not
Jaden.
shipping it.
Well, because
And so
Jaden's.
we ended up telling them ship it to us. So either way, if they say
Yeah.
no, I'm gonna have them
We
ship
will
it.
have them ship it to us, and then
Yeah.
we'll send it
And
out.
then if they ship to us, then I'm gonna
fill your box.
I'm gonna give you some goodies. So just for that. So I'm sure that'll make you happy. So let's continue, shall we? We got a little more time left. I know that I have some more comments that I
Hey,
have.
Beard, are you still here? Are you going live tonight?
Yeah, he is. I saw the notification pop
Oh, you
up.
did?
Keith says, John, those patches are great, but also since you have an interest in them, they might be a market you break into some years when you want to move away from the big heavy stuff. You got to really find it, though. I mean, I guess.
Yeah, we don't get that kind of stuff here. Like, I mean, well, maybe it's because we haven't really looked, but I feel like those types of items get found more so in the Midwest and like, not West Coast people. Like, I'm sure they're out there, but
We got big where pigs fly farm
I
says
love that name.
I'm building my eBay store with AI so I can buy an AI robot to do my farm chores. Just the one that I saw was hilarious. So
I would love.
You saw that video, right?
What?
Well, the AI robot was like running because the problem with the AI robots that they're finding is they run into mirrors or they run into the glass, the sliding glass doors. So like animals, they'll try to run through the sliding glass door. The big problem is the robot running through that. It doesn't understand. It thinks it's not there. Or they'll run to the mirror. And so the video showed the robot like running into this mirror and the mirror falls down and he's like, stop, stop. And then he's like, I want you to cook for me. So he
Oh no.
he had the thing make him some eggs and it's in there trying to like it picks up the pan.
Oh, I did see
and
that part.
It like falls backwards and like the food's all over the floor.
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
Yeah, I think we've got a ways to go before we're gonna have help by the robots. But I'll come help you do your farm chores as long as I can play with the animals.
Rudy L says, just checking in. Is everyone getting offers like discounts or credits to run those high priority campaigns? Yes. Debating it, never had luck with it. Low ROAS, under 2x. I don't bother with it. Yeah. My raw ass is no good when it comes to those promotions. So I don't use it because they have not worked. I've tried it twice. And in some cases, it sort of seemed like my sales fell. Eric Bressy says, notice how the external views color on the bar is the same as list easier branding. Coincidence, LOL? I think it is. Gail Carson says, hello all. Better late than never. I'm frozen and moving slow. 1 degree out and wind chill -10.
Oh, dear heavens, no.
Take care, basket. And Jovial says, prepare a stock pot full of spicy chili in case the electric goes out. Guaranteed to heat you and the house during the snowstorm.
Yeah, in more than one way.
Yeah, and it makes a great, what are those devices that you can like have it like a mister, what is it, infuser?
Diffuser.
Yeah, it makes a great natural diffuser.
Ew, no. That's so disgusting.
Duncan says, oh no, I made a sale while I hit the like 13 times.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see. People about to have dinner. That's good that your power's still on. Woody Hayes says, anybody else eBay sales dead? I was talking to Beard. He was saying that his sales have slowed down a little bit. So I was kind of wondering if, like today, we had our $500 day. I'm happy with that. Sales are coming through, so all's good with that. And I think it's our first $500 day, or actually the second one of the month. So hopefully this is a change for the better. And some people have been reporting, hey, sales have been great. So
Todd says sales are average. Ho hum, not up, not down.
Okay. Lower your heating bill says my supplier shipped the Amazon package FedEx and their picture proves that it was delivered.
Oh.
But I'm wondering, your supplier shipped the Amazon package. Did they buy the label through? I think they do offer FedEx on Amazon shipping. Did they buy it through Amazon's shipping, sort of like eBay has their shipping set up? If they bought it on their own, like through like ShipStation or directly through FedEx, that might be problematic. Dark Horse says, continue doing what works for you till you're ready to scale. When you want to scale, the AI cross-listing tools will come in handy. Yeah, you're right. And here's Brett. Great topic today. I'm out in the northwest corner of Louisiana, so the storm is about to hit and continue till Sunday. Just need power Sunday to watch the football game. Stay safe, everyone.
Yes, you guys stay safe and keep that little baby warm.
Yeah, I just think you may want your power off on Sunday. Because, look, Bo Nix is very much needed in this matchup, and he's not going to be there. So, but love you, buddy. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yes. Stay safe. Keep warm.
Todd says 2025
Thank
reselling
you,
income was more than my teacher retirement. Bam, not promoted. There you go. Love it. Love to hear it. It gives me it makes me feel like, you know what? There's life after retirement when it comes to reselling. So
no promoted.
Duncan says, feeling very lazy after pizza and chocolate milk.
Oh!
Who eats pizza and chocolate milk?
That's a really terrible combination.
I got one listed with AI help. AI gives me 12 eBay titles per item. eBay description and item specifics. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Biff says, John, Explorer indexing versus ranking on Google. People conflate them. I was surprised myself, and that's what I get for listening to simply repeating things they heard. Oh. Yeah. I do the best that I can to share what I know, but like I said, I can't dispute what you're saying because I got to go down that rabbit hole.
Even Rhonda says, ugh, for pizza and chocolate milk.
Dark Horse, when I get a little further, I'll super chat and volunteer mine. Nah, you know what?
Oh, you don't have to worry about all that. We're just
we don't do this for super chats. We don't do this for all that. We do it for community. I can make more money not even having the lives and doing my listings, but that's not interesting to me. Todd says, I pay for my channel membership with savings from not promoting. That's funny. Rudy says, do you guys link or create all the types of social accounts you can link? Like TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest, or any of you provide them? I need to do better of getting all my social medias in the description, and maybe when it comes up at I'm working on trying to get an outro, so maybe I'll do that. But I'm on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
Yeah, when you say link, though, do you mean link in our videos, or do you mean a link in a YouTube?
Something? Yeah, I need to do better in both. So
yeah.
Shop, and you know what? By the way, congrats to Keith. Derek says I was thinking about that number 247. 247 is now going to be banned as a winning number.
We're gonna have to
We're retiring 247 because it's come up before.
It's come up before,
and it is the number I was thinking. This damn thing better not give me 247. AI is a cheater. He's lazy.
A mind reader.
So if you use 247, it's a disqualified number from here on out. And I might trick it saying, give me a number between 300 and 500 next time, so it doesn't give me stupid 247. Jovio ran into a sliding glass door once. Didn't end well for the glass door.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
That would be horrendous.
Eric Bressy says, stay warm, everyone.
Yes.
Glenn Cameron says, minus 13 Fahrenheit up here, but that's normal this time of year.
Oh.
Where's up here?
I just can't.
Dark Horses, mine are dead, and it's my fault. I'm fixing that the best that I can tonight. Get on it. Mm-hmm. Get your items listed, darn it. And those of you guys who may have been pushing your store into like 3, 4, 5 day mode, where handling mode, you may not have to ship for a few days, and that's a good thing. Take the time and start working on your store, provided you have the power to do it.
Yeah.
So with that said, go on and head over to Scott's channel, Bearded Picker. He's going to go live here in about 15 minutes. And most importantly, stay warm. Stay out of the weather if you can.
Yeah, try to get all your supplies in and buckle up for the next couple of days, because it's going to get brutal. Hopefully not too brutal.
Yeah.
But for those of you that are, in the path of this storm, please, for the love of God, just stay home.
Yep. Prayers going out to you guys. Yeah. And I want you guys to have a safe and happy weekend. And we will see you guys here on Monday.
We love you. God bless you all.
Take care.